Hello.
Waylon, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How are you doing? I'm better now. I got my phone.
Let's talk A Killer's Confession. First off, congratulations. Unbroken dropped Friday, and you had your record release show last night, I believe. Life has to feel pretty good today.
Oh, I feel great. I feel amazing. My boys actually just left to go home. It's a good feeling. I have a really good group of guys, and it's like we worked so hard. And to finally be here and have it out, it's like having that million-pound weight lifted off your chest. It's like, okay, we can start worrying about the next one. Because we're already like 7 songs deep into album 2. Like, we're doing 10 albums, 10 years.
Wow.
So, and it's going to be definitely something else. We got 7 songs in. We're going to do an album a year for 10 years.
Well, the debut album, like you guys have had this done for quite a few months now. So take us back.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, take us back, if you would, to this summer. How did A Killer's Confession sort of come together initially?
I was actually just doing tracks with other bands. I just wanted to sing, but deep down I was scouting. And, kids could send me their demo, and I could listen to it. And, if I wanted to sing on it, if I didn't, I'd just kind of pass it on. But, I found a lot of bands I did tracks with, but I was looking for that band, you know what I'm saying, or that artist that just really spoke to me. And Matthew Trumpy sent me A Killer's Confession. That's the song, A Killer's Confession. And it was the last one I opened from that stuff, and I knew instantly. It's like, I got to get this kid on the phone. I got to talk to him into being a band somehow, some way. I don't know if he's got a singer or what, but oh my God, this is amazing. Just blew my effing mind. Couldn't believe it, how good it was. And then I sent that to Brian Welch, and he listened to it, and I asked him to produce it, and he said, I don't have that ability to produce, but I'll play on it. And that was the push. That was the push I needed. When Brian said it was good enough, it was like, all right, let's do this, and that's what happened. And with Trumpy came Paul and John, my drummer and my other guitarist, because they're really good friends back in their hometown in Beacon, Illinois. And then I brought J.P. Cross with me because he's from Three Quarters Dead, and that was like my original dude. I've been playing with him for 25 years. And we came together and we got this album done when we had it finished in December. But a lot of mixing, I just didn't want to release it as is. I wanted it to be good, and I wanted it to really, this is me releasing something. So it got pushed back, and I'm glad it did because we get to put that last little bit of shine on it, and I think it really shows through now.
It's one of those albums, it's like you listen to it the first time, you're like, this is great. Then you listen the second time, and there's so much more nuance and stuff you pick up. And it's like with each listen, I get more and more,
Thank you. I've said this, and I don't have to convince myself of it now. This is the band I was meant to be in. Like, musically, I get along with my band so well. It's a brotherhood. I mean, we love each other. And when I say that, I mean, it's like, you would think we've known each other for our entire lives, and musically, Trumpy and I really get each other. Trumpy's my main writer, and everybody does their part in writing, but Trumpy's really the guy, and he gets me and I get him. It's like he's able to do something, and I am too, and we get it, and we cater to each other. I do it vocally for his music. He does it musically for my vocals. I don't mean to say it, and I hope nobody takes it this wrong way. He kind of feels like my own friend. You know what I mean? Just that guy that helps you reinvent yourself, and I just feel like he was the one. And I can't speak highly enough of that man, and love him to death. And I told him last time, I said, if you don't do this, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I told him that flat out. And I found my soulmate when it comes to writing music. I really have.
Well, and it's a match that works really well, obviously. As we said, the album is fantastic. And you guys were really only together for like a week before you inked a deal with EMP and then went straight into Third Sky Studio in Kentucky, I believe, right?
Yes, that's the truth, man. It's been going so fast that my head's spinning. It's still spinning. And like I said, now that it's out, the weight's off the chest that that's done, and now we're getting known that the Rebirth is doing well on the charts. People are really seeming to love it. But, okay, this is over. That was step one. Now step two is the album two. We're not even playing. And the reason we're being this way is because we live in the age of ADD, and if you want to stay relevant, you got to keep putting music out there. You can't just sit there and be like the old days, put an album out and wait 3 years and do the tour cycle and, keep touring and pushing that one out. No, man. It's like, it's a different industry. Just keep writing music. Just keep making more. And we have a lot. Honestly, there's more going on behind the scenes on AKC that's not being heard right now because we're bringing out the stage set up and what our real plans are, but we're not showing anybody yet because when the time's right, we'll debut it, just like everything we've done so far. We're very methodical with our ideas. Like, we're like, somebody asks us to have something done, and we already had it done 3 months ago. It's like we're moving ahead in front of everybody before we even show a label or anything. We've got, 15 other things going on. He's like, oh, here, pull out that stuff. There you go. We got a couple good things coming, though. I can't wait.
You guys are almost like the bands back in the 70s that, like, dropped 2 albums, like Kiss, every 6 months. Here's a new album, But you're right. You almost have to do that in this day and age where people have the attention span and gnats. It's like, well, that song came out 5 minutes ago. Where's the new one,
Exactly. And, we were discussing last night. Actually, I'm going in to record 2 new songs, and then we're going to do 2 covers just to add to the set because we want more songs to play, just to do that. And the songs are written, and we went to lunch today at Melt here in Lakewood, and we were talking. I said, we need more stuff. I said, I like talking to the crowd, but I want more music. Just being that way. And I said, I just want to keep surprising the crowd, and I want the crowd to have a reason to come back. Be like, man, they just keep dropping new songs and they're putting them out, and we're just we're moving forward. We're stepping back, and I don't want a headline right now. I want to do a lot of these open, like we're going out with Dawn Point, but we got a couple other bigger bands we're going to be going out with, and we're not planning on headlining. But like I said, we're already thinking headlining later down, and we have a whole. It's not a gimmick or like I come from Mushroomhead, and I do understand theatrics and putting on the show. Well, there's a show coming, and that's all I'm going to say. There's something coming that's big time. It's like, I've got a lot of people behind the scenes working on that as we speak, and we're going to debut some stuff that's not being done by anybody visually for a show. So we're gonna definitely keep your eyes out for the first AKC headline run after this is all settled down, because we already have everything in place.
Everything with AKC has been moving like a freight train. You got this natural chemistry with Trumpy. Tell us a little bit about what challenged you the most about making the debut album.
To making this album, what challenged me the most? Getting it all off my chest. When it wasn't really a challenge, I had so much I wanted to say and so much I was trying to do. I feel like, I wanted more time, so to speak, because you know how it is. What we did is not really heard of, right anymore. People take 6, 8 months, a year to record and mix and master an album. We didn't do that. We didn't have, the big, huge budget and the producer or anything. It's like, it says produced by me on the album, but I don't feel like I produced it. I feel like I just did what I did. I don't feel like the album was produced at all. I feel like it was what it was. And, I would love to, have more time to work with somebody like that, but they'd have to understand our vision of, we're going to keep moving forward, and, we're going to move fast, and we're going to be good. It's like we'll be the first ones to that's fast done, and move on from it. Not wanting to touch it. If it's not good enough, if it doesn't grab your attention within the first 30 seconds, we're done with it. And that's kind of our motto. We don't sit there and try to baby along an idea. If you don't feel like it's making the cut, it ain't making the cut. And I think that's part of the success of this, too, is like we don't try to force it. You know what I mean? Let it come out more naturally. It's like, yeah.
There seems to be like a lot of anger or rage on the record, yet it seems offset by a sense of hope. Did you have an overall feeling or message you wanted to convey with the debut album?
Unbroken. Forgiveness. It's on the title. Killer's Confession. Confession. You gotta get it off your chest, man. You gotta move on with your life. There is a sense of hope, man. There is a lot of anger. But the anger's not directed towards anybody. It's myself. I said it last night on stage, and I'll say it to you. Every mistake in your life that's happened, you are completely responsible for everything that happens in your life. Everything. And you are the reason why you're where you're at. Well, if you're not happy with that, you need to do something about it. And this album is a testament to that. This album lyrically was admitting guilt and getting off the chest, but saying there's hope because they didn't give up the fans. Do not give up on me. There is hope. You hit that right on the head. There is a direct message there, and it's don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on loving people. Don't. You're going to come across good people. You're going to come across bad people in your life, but you got to remember, you got to wake up with you, and you got to be happy. You have to be happy, because if you're not happy, you're not living, and if you're not living, why are you here? Because you're not a slave. Don't be a slave to the system.
No, I was just going to say, it's true what you say, and it's hard, though, in this day and age not to get judgmental with people because it's so frustrating. Because, 1080p really struck a chord because you look at a nation right now that's too lazy to think for itself, mindlessly swallowing whatever mass and social media feeds it, and you wonder where we're all headed. So tell us a little bit about that track.
1080p, you hit it on your head. I appreciate that. You got it. It is exactly that. The very beginning, that's me as Walter Cronkite, and that's what it is. They tell you how you feel. They tell you nobody knows how to think for themselves. And the corner flipping through your channels as you look for your new life. Watching to see what they want to be. Instead of opening your mind and imagining what you want to be. That's people. I watch kids, and I have kids. I've got my children here. I've adopted my niece. She's had a baby, and I watch these kids text each other from across the couch. What the hell's wrong with you? You can't get up and go say hello. I'm looking at this, and they're glued to Facebook. They're glued to it, and that feed of bullshit lies, and it's all lies to everybody. It's like, you want to know how the weather is? Go outside and look for yourself. And the key to it is there. And the song is me doing what I think needs to be done. I'm saying what I think needs to be said for all of us for a benefit. I honestly do not want to end up in idiocracy.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I think we're already there. I mean, look who our president is.
I like money. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? I'm kind of at that point now, like, oh my God, I've been a part of this system. I'm a victim there too. I love my video games. I can't lie. I love that stuff. I love the Legend of Zelda. I love my Nintendo. But now I love more now getting out and meeting people. And I'm trying to break myself of being such a stuck on computer, stuck on electronic sex. You know what I mean? The electric sex sometimes on the TV is where we play Nintendo. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of letting life get me by because I'm at 40. I'm going, what the fuck happened? I've been wrapped up in social media for years, and I didn't even my life changed. And everybody's that way. And with 1080p, I think that was just my way of saying enough's enough. I'm done with this. It's a good tool to have, but it's a tool. Go find something else. Go find some other way to and do your homework, and don't take someone's opinion for fact. Make your own opinion, and don't take someone else's and sit there and spew it in your feed. And I'm not speaking on either side of the board here, but I want people to start being more intelligent about their argument, because I'm seeing a mass stupidity coming from all sides, because nobody's really doing their homework and nobody really knows what the hell's going on.
Absolutely. You can't make an argument if you don't actually have the facts to articulate the argument. You're just regurgitating what somebody told you.
Exactly. And it's like, and trust me, I'm no one special. I'm not. I'm not a political analyst. I'm not a preacher. I'm not anything. I'm just an average Joe dude that's just going, something's fucked up. If I can't say it, you can look it up. But you know what I mean? That something's wrong here. And I think I'm just more common sense. I'm not like special at it. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm coming up with these ideas and I'm trying to change. No, man, I'm just a guy that's tired of the way this is. And this world is full of good people, and they just don't know it yet.
One of the album's true surprises for me was the track "Sympathy," because I'm a huge fan. I love Kimberly Freeman. Tell us a little bit about that track and bringing her in.
That track was the hardest track I've ever done in my life, and I'm not saying hard isn't difficult. Trophy sent me the song, and it was actually just beautiful. It was just beautiful. And I had talked to Kimberly, and I wanted Kimberly to sing on it, and she said she would, and she wrote a couple ideas, but we didn't end up using any of that. Well, Trumpy come to me, and I'm going to tell the story. Trumpy and his wife lost a baby, okay? That entire song is a dedication to that. He wanted me to write that feeling in a song. Can you imagine the weight that was put on my shoulders? Because no one's ever asked me to do that. And I don't care if no one ever likes that song. because his wife cried on his shoulder and has thanked me every time I sing it. And that was enough for me. And then to have Kimberly come on and back me up and sing it with me, it's a gift to Trumpy and his wife. And every time I play it, it's for them, and that's it.
And it is a beautiful song. A lot of melancholy, obviously, but it's so beautiful. And
I love those. Like I told you, I said I have a special bond with that family.
That song alone is sort of what I was going to lead to next. Is there's quite a bit of diversity on Unbroken. Was that important to you going into this to make sure you had that diversity?
Yes, sir, it was. That was the most important. I want everyone to know, just because you think I'm a metal band doesn't mean that. I'm going to take from every style of music, because the key word is subgenres, or fuck it, it's music. I want something for everybody. You may not like my heavy stuff, but you might like the mellow stuff. You may not like the mellow stuff, but you might like the heavy stuff. You might like the quirky stuff. I'm writing it to write it. Music's music, and I'm not going to do this factory. I'm trying to push a certain style down someone's throats. I'm going to write what my heart tells me, and I'm not trying to be the biggest band. I'm not trying to create a genre. I'm not trying to be, I'm deathcore, or I'm new metal, or I'm metalcore. I'm none of that. I'm just a musician, and if it sounds happy, I'm doing it.
I was wondering, you chose the song that Trumpy brought you, Killer's Confession, the first single and everything. Is there a reason why you chose that to represent the band, to be the title of the band and the imagery and everything?
That's a funny story. The band originally was going to be called Unbroken. I don't love that. Like, I have it tattooed across my stomach. And it's a testament of my life. I have failed so many times, but I was always able to get back up. Well, there's 100 bands named Unbroken. Tom Hazard came to, he's like, well, why don't you name the band the Killer's Confession? Okay, that's cool. We're moving on. And that's kind of how that, really no thought into it. But the more I thought on it, because that was just that song at that point. But the more I thought about it, the more just like really said, it's like the key word in that's confession, admittance of failure. You can kill a lot of things and not murder nothing. You know what I mean? You can kill your relationship. You can kill the life you were leading. You can kill, it's not like in murder, but you can kill a lot of things. But you can always confess that and move on from it. And it's a good title, because it's misleading. I'm not trying to be evil. I'm not trying to be, put off this, I'm a badass. Screw all that. It's a cool name, and the kids now call me AKC, and then I just laugh that all up. Well, the American Kennel Club. Just the kids who call us, they chant AKC at our shows. They don't say it Killer's Confession, they go AKC. And I'm always joking that it's the American Kennel Club.
Well, and it's interesting what you say about the confession part of it, because in our lives, we are the sum of the mistakes that we've made. And it's that ownership or that admittance of those mistakes that helps us grow from them and become the people we are.
Exactly. Okay. With Mushroomhead, I made my mistakes. They made their mistakes. Those mistakes made it on both sides, and I accept my guilt now. I'm not blaming anybody for the position I'm in right now. I'm happy it happened. It was meant to happen, but I own that. I own that part of my life. Yeah, bad things happen, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to sit there and wallow in my own self-pity and blame somebody else because of my own failures. So the confession, the Killer's Confession part, the confession is just, it feels good because it does give me that opportunity to own up that I'm not perfect. I'm just a man. I get up every day. You win some, you lose some. But man, I love all you guys, and I love entertaining you, and I'm not going to stop. But if I could shed a little bit of light of things I've made wrong, and show you that I'm willing to, accept it and try to move on from it and pick myself up and do better, and then it helps you out in a way, good. I've done something right in my life.